It was less than a year and a half ago that I took the oath of office and was sworn in as state representative. The road I took to here was an improbable one because, like most Michiganders, I didn't grow up dreaming to run for office or to become a politician. My mom and dad raised me just up the road in South Lansing to value hard work, to look out for my family, friends, and neighbors, and to be sure that I changed the world for the better. Every day of my 61 years, their lessons have proven time and time again to be true. Through diligence and determination, I rose through the ranks of the Lansing Fire Department to become the fire chief. They proved true as I experienced the joys of watching my three sons, my wife's and I, three sons, grow into young men. They proved true every time I witnessed someone who gave back to their community, whether it was by mowing the lawn of an elderly neighbor or donating to the food bank or other community services. My parents may not be here today, but the lessons they taught me endure. Here in Michigan, we work hard and we look out for each other. We may not always have a lot to go around, but when we all pitch in, we can all have enough. That's the Michigan that my parents knew, and that's the Michigan where I grew up. But that's not the Michigan that I see here today. For more than 3 years, the politicians in Lansing have taken money out of our classroom and taxes seniors to fund billions in tax cut for corporations. Instead of fixing our roads or protecting our environment, Governor Rick Snyder and the House Republicans have opened the floodgates to dirty money and politics and have intruded upon women's rights to make private medical decisions. Instead of bringing good-paying middle-class jobs to Michigan, they've attacked the very organizations that they've helped build, quite literally, the middle class, not just in America, not just in Michigan, but across America. Rick Snyder had promised to reinvent Michigan, and that's the one promise he's kept, because our great state is barely recognizable after 3 years of Republican control. I ran for office 2 years ago to bring back Michigan where I grew up and where my parents grew up. I ran to restore Michigan to a state that makes opportunities available for everyone, not just the wealthy and for the well-connected. I ran to make sure that our Great Lakes stay great for our children and our children's children. I ran so that women and not politicians can be in charge of their own medical decisions. This November, voters will have a choice between the two visions of Michigan's future. They can choose the Republican status quo, tax cuts for corporations, and tax hikes on everyone else. But we've seen how well that works. Or they can choose a new direction for Michigan. I'm announcing my candidacy today because Michigan deserves elected officials who understand that ideas and people and not corporate welfare creates jobs and grow the economy. That's why we need to invest in education to prepare tomorrow's entrepreneurs and keep them here after they graduate. Michigan deserves elected officials who understand that it's in the best interest of our wallets and our environment to invest in clean energy. Michigan deserves elected officials who will let private citizens live their lives without intrusions from meddling politicians. My name is Tom Cochran, and I'm running for state representative. And with your help, we can take back the House, win the governor's mansion, and start to bring back opportunities and prosperity for all of Michigan's citizens. And I'd like to thank all of my supporters and everyone that's here today as we announce our candidacy. I'm very humbled for the opportunity to serve as your state representative. It's been an amazing experience, and hopefully I'm successful to be reelected and continue to work for you and the citizens of Michigan. Thank you very much. Yay!